Alright everyone, welcome to the stream. Thank you all for being here. For those of you who will show up. There we go. A little bit more light. Thank you all for being here. Welcome to the stream. Better quality today. And really wanted to get this organized. It's kind of a mess. Yeah, if you hear the loud fans, it's because of my PS3. And I think I'm going to drop it real quick. Just so it's not too annoying. We'll change the fan mode. We'll lower it here just a little bit. It's just way too loud. We'll keep it cool for a little bit. There we go. So we'll leave it at 53% instead of 79. But I have it on just in case someone wanted to talk about this today or have any questions. And I just gotta lock everything here. We should be good. All right. I'm gonna go back on my Vita. Let's see here. Nice, we got another sub. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. It means a lot. It means a lot. Yeah, I hope you're all doing great. Excited to be here today. I'm sorry I did not stream yesterday on Tuesday. I wasn't feeling very well when I woke up and I was really behind on some projects. And I really wanted to reorganize my entire office because it was kind of a mess. And it was annoying. So I was a little behind on some projects. So here we are streaming today. KJ says my PS Vita DB downloader does not work and I can't get it to update. Did you try updating your PSM runtime? Hey Robus, did you see the leaked early build of GTA Liberty Stories? No, I have not. What's up, Khan? Max? Welcome, guys. Thank you all for being here. Do you have Uncharted 2 now? I do have the disc. I have the disc, but I don't have it. I don't think it's part of my my collection on my PS3. Like backed on the SSD. I tried to use the PSP launcher on my Homebrew PS3 installed and it doesn't work, keeps giving me error. Yeah, I have that issue too. I tried to troubleshoot that problem, but I had no luck. And I'll take a look at that today and see if we can find a solution to that problem. But again, thank you all for being here. I wanted to do a giveaway and celebrate 55,000 subscribers, and we're still climbing. We made it to 55,100. That is insane. I'm pretty happy about that. We're building a pretty good following again. I know it was very for the last several years it's been difficult. I think my first year when I came back to YouTube, It was great. I gained so many subscribers. I know we were sitting at like 5,000, and then out of nowhere we made it to like 41K. And then it just kind of, I fell off completely because of so many videos taken down and stuff like that. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Yeah, we made it to 55,000. That's insane. I'm very thankful and grateful to have everyone here on the channel. And we're at 55,119. So we're on our way to 56,000. So hopefully we can get this done in the next month. I'd love to see that. Thank you guys. Thank you. Let me know how the audio is. If there's any issues or anything I can fix, let me know. I'll play some music in the background, just some PlayStation music, I guess. But yeah, today again, wanting to celebrate the 55K, trying to figure out what to give away. And also I wanted to just kind of answer any questions that you guys may have for the PS Vita or the PS3. I wanted to do some organization on my PS Vita. I copied over some new ROMs to my folders, and I'm working on several new videos like Adrenaline and how to upgrade your storage device. I'll be upgrading my 512 PS Vita device to a 1 terabyte and see how that performs. But before I do that, I'm gonna back everything on a 1.5 terabyte drive and make sure I have everything backed up before I do the move, because that's a lot of time, many hours of copying that stuff over. So yeah, I will be right back. I'm just gonna get my my slippers or whatever, my house shoes, because my feet are kind of cold. Alright, sorry about that. Had to get my house shoes on. Thanks, OT Dream. I appreciate that. I'm gonna really work hard this year to make this work, make this happen. And I got several collaborations coming in. I'm very excited for that too. I got a couple of capture cards, a display that's gonna be coming soon too. That's gonna be great. So things are looking pretty good, even though I'm jobless right now. So I'm really pushing for the stars on this one. What did you think of minis? Was it a response to apps being popular? I'm not sure what you mean by minis. Sane says, for some reason I can't record the game Back to the Future on OBS. Do you have the Uncharted 2? No matter what I do, the audio keeps stutter and gets in sync. So the Nipser, are you talking about PS3? Let's see. Minak T says, I have a question. I repasted the thermal paste on my PS3 and some weird thing happened. Everything got corrupted. The games give me an error. Gave an error when I load them. I can't install any PKG files for some reason. Alright, so that means that you're probably not running custom firmware. Do you have, yeah, my dad slippers, yeah. Yeah. Do you have Webman mod enabled? Because when you start your console, it will tell you your firmware on the top. Pretty. And then enabling your VSH menu. You know, that shows me that I am running custom firmware. That could possibly be why you're seeing corruption, because I don't see why. Because I did everything where I don't know if you see my stream where I took it all apart, but I took it all apart. It didn't even go into recovery mode. It went straight into the XMB. I logged in after I put everything together, went straight into XMB, realized that I restored my firmware to the official firmware, and nothing was working. Everything was corrupt on my end. Once I turned it back on, right? So I double checked that and see what's going on with that. But I recommend enabling webman mod when you get a chance. This is a great great homebrew for the okay, let's see if this works. Testing out some PS2 games. I'm gonna make sure I answer everyone's questions here. I don't miss, and if I do miss your questions, please just re-chat it, I guess. Whatever you wanna. Congratulations, thank you, appreciate that, Manakti. Interesting. Is this finally working? No way. You know what? I backed my Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Japanese. I don't think I have it anymore. Yeah, I sold it. I had to sell it because I needed money. But I backed it on my PS3, and I remember it wasn't working for some odd reason, but now it seems like it's working. So now we can change. Let's change the way this looks here. Yeah, we're gonna change this to full screen. Nice. Look at that. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. One of my favorite games. Wow, it works. But it's not showing me my FPS counter, which is kind of strange. Oh, there it is. So if I press the PS button, it will show me there with all the other settings. Debug information. Let's see, configuration. Nice, look at that. Remove full screen blur. Generic improvement. This is performance. That's nice. I'd never seen this before, so that's good. I want to see if Initial D works, because Initial D was not working either. These are both import games. Let's see here. My PKGJ stopped working on my Vita. JTB says, what version of PKGJ do you have? Nipser says, my custom firmware PS3 Slim recently struggled with cutscenes. I searched, seems it's slow HDD readings, but it didn't had this problem like a month ago in games like Last of Us, God of War 3, and Uncharted 2. I have heard that before. It could possibly be because you have a hard drive and not... I recommend upgrading to an SSD if you can. And there's a way to save all of your game save states. You can back them up and then just put them back on the new drive and you'll be good as new. But yeah, I'm running a 1 terabyte SSD on my PS3 and it's working great. Oh no, don't tell me my... Is this thing dead? Oh no, it's not. Okay, good. I charged it before I started today, so we're gonna now move on to Initial D. I'm gonna disable the audio on this, just so there's no like copyright music problems. PlayStation Minis, they were mini games on PSP. Oh, right. Any plans to get into PS4 Homebrew? Yes. I'm working on a new video on how to back up your physical games. I'm having a hard time though. Like I have to look at some... What the hell's going on here? This thing keeps disconnecting. I guess we're gonna have to change this every time we go into a game. It's not saved all across. So yeah, this is great. It's actually working. I can't read Japanese, so I'm just gonna keep pressing circle. And that Integra Type R. Nice. Look at that. That's good. I'm glad this is working. Let's see here. Yeah, there's going to be a lot more PS4 releases. The thing with like PS3, PSP, and PS4 content, it doesn't get as much views when I first put it out. PS Vita gets a lot of views, a ton of views, which is great. But the other content, I guess when I first started doing it, I lacked the motivation to continue with the content because I wasn't seeing the same results. But I have to keep in mind that most of the community here is looking at wants to see PS Vita content. And so adding all these other consoles, I just have to just make the content and just let it grow on its own, you know, like planting a little seed. And a lot of the videos, I've gotten over 50,000 views, which is crazy. I'm pretty surprised. So I was going through all my content and seeing what I should stick to or what I should talk about. Do I continue to do guides? I know my PS3 slim thermal repair video got over 200 views, but which is good. I think that's great. Anytime I get over like 100 views, I'm pretty happy. But yeah, I think, and then I got some program that's going to help me to like do better titles, thumbnails, and things like that. Just trying to find my groove back into all of this. And I looked at my playlist and I'm lacking on so much content. And that's also a good visual for me to have. Like if I see that PS4 guides are only sitting at 4 videos, I have to create more. I want to create more. And I'll also be doing Nintendo stuff too. I know that doesn't get as many views, but I really love gaming all across, and I'm gonna just try to do my best with everything and just try to give the spotlight to each console that I own. That's my goal anyways. I want to try some PSP games now. That's strange. Anytime I get out of the PS2 game or enter a new PS2 game, I have to re-enable my controller. It's kind of strange. Let's try this one. This might not work, honestly. Well, I guess we'll give it a shot. I don't know. This never worked for me, the PSP games on the PS3 for some odd reason. I always get error. No way! Dude, no, don't tell me this is gonna work now. If this works, I'm gonna be so happy. No! It doesn't work! Damn! Oh, I was really hoping I was gonna work. I tried to put a PS1 game ROM in my USB and it doesn't show up on Webman. Huh. Which custom firmware do you have again? EvilNat or the other one? I got EvilNat, the latest version, the recommended 4.91. Well, damn. I'd never seen that menu before, so I was kind of excited for that. Let's see. I think the PKGJ version is a couple of years old. Yeah, you're gonna have to update it to the latest version. The latest version of PKGJ is sitting at... Oh, there's the problem. My PS3... This is what happens when I try to run PSP games. It kind of wants to reboot on its own. Yeah, it just rebooted. That's a damn shame. Let's see. PKGJ recent update is version 0.57. So make sure you have that. And you should be good to go. Let's go back on the PS3. Man, I was really hoping that would work. I'm gonna try. Looks like it went to the minis option. Oh, this ain't gonna work. I've tried too many times. I remember going into Goodwill and the cashier looked exactly like you. I had to double check it wasn't you. Oh, my doppelganger. I clicked this by accident. It says Daisy Falls. Which handheld devices do you recommend? What are you trying to get into? Like Nintendo or PlayStation? Portability? Size? Performance, capabilities of Homebrew. Those are all questions you'll have to answer before I recommend anything. Rosita, hi, who won your last year giveaway? I'm wondering if you announced the winner. The 50K, I don't even remember, honestly. Let's see, Max. Yes, PS2 emulation does that. My theory is that the PS3 loads into a PS2 mode, which is why the controller shuts off. Going from PS2 EMU to XMB and back. Yeah, like right now, this thing is frozen. So, unfortunately, I can't run PSP games. Maybe my console just can't do it. So, I'm gonna restart this thing. I've been having issues getting DLC packages to work on PS3. Is there a reason other than region that might be causing it? I'll have to look into that because I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. I have a Steam Deck, mainly Homebrew. Nice. Yeah, the Steam Deck's amazing. I had to sell mine, unfortunately, because I needed money. And that was a mistake, but oh well. Just have to live with it, I guess. No big deal. So you see that Webman displays my custom firmware on top. Let's see, menu. I want to try that other game again. See if I get lucky. Interesting. So it went into launcher. I wonder if I can change initial D to go into the launcher instead. Wired network settings. Damn. Let's quit out of here. You know what? I've never even tried to use DLCs. Let's see what they have to say online. Let's see, after you download the DLC, all you have to do is turn your game on and play it. Then it should apply the DLC into your game. Persona 4 worked. That's a strange person right there. I read the... Oh, I can't say that word. I almost said the F word. That ends in a G. And it's a 3-letter word. I know it's been years, but I feel for... Okay. Why don't we try this? I know Minecraft has DLCs, right? Do I have Little Big Planet? Let's see. Which one can I do? That's not a Vita game. It's a port. Interesting. Oh, those got added. Look at that. Street Fighter costumes. Okay. Could not find the application for this add-on data. Oh, okay. Might have to check it's the correct region again. Thanks. You're welcome. Yeah, you gotta make sure it's the same. Like if it's Japanese, it has to be Japanese DLC. It won't work with other regions. So yeah, it does work. I have these installed for Sword Art Online. And yeah. Trails of Cold Steel. Nice. Let's see. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And I think you have... Don't you have like an option to install the packs? Let's see. I have this on my Vita. What's your favorite games? Any platform? Daisy Falls says, you know, it's been a while since I'm a big World of Warcraft player, so I've been playing that for many years. I've been addicted to that game for many years, so it's hard to kind of get back into these other games, but I've been having a lot of fun. Some of my favorites are like the Lego games. Uncharted 4 is probably my favorite game of all time. I love the story. I love treasure hunting. I love Nathan Drake's character. The gameplay is smooth. The story, just everything about that game is perfect, in my opinion. It's probably one of the great. Oh, I should not be playing this music, huh? This is like city night stuff. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here, shall we? I didn't even realize the music changed on me. Let's see. I guess we really don't have to add music. It just kind of disrupts everything. I was gonna download some more stuff, but I'm gonna be changing my SD card here soon. So it's kind of pointless. It is easier to transfer data from 246 SD card to 512. I don't know if that's a question or updating the PKGJ on Vita. Is it simply replacing the VPK? Yes. Yes, you can update it through Vita DB if you have that. It's probably the easiest way to do it. You go on here. This is by far the best homebrew. And it stays up to date for the most part. So under filters, go to outdated apps and you'll see what's outdated. And just simply update it and you should be good. Let's see, PKGJ, where is that? Here it is. This last release was back in 2023, looks like. Huh. It's still pretty good though. On PS3, I tried those games on external drive as well, but it will still have stutters on a cutscene. Now, is this an external drive? Are you talking about like a USB, a hard drive, an SSD? Like what kind of drive are we talking about here? Maybe it's a bottleneck issue with the CPU or something. Let's ask Google. Oh, look at that. One of the biggest problems I see out here. If Google already spelled it out for you. So I'm going to go on a couple of posts here. I believe it's your hard drive. I think it's failing. I don't think it's bottlenecking. Or whatever you said, your CPU. What'd you say? CPU bottlenecking? 1 terabyte NTSF drive. Okay. You know, you can view DLCs for games you already have installed, so you won't have to scroll through all the game. Yeah, I kind of figured that, but I just wanted to see if there was... I was looking for DLCs for the games I already have installed. That's why I was kind of scrolling through. If you back up to a HHD, the copy protected files won't transfer over. So it looks like... someone asked this question 12 years ago. Damn. It says, I have problems with cutscenes, but not actual gameplay. My example is infamous for this one. And the DC Universe Online, which finished installing last night, watching the cinematics is just unbearable. They lag way too much. So this guy answered 12 years ago. He says, you need to either get a brand new PS3, connect both PS3 Ethernet cable, directly transfer everything over. Yeah, no, that doesn't seem right. I believe it's your hard drive, honestly. I'm no expert, but I'm just gonna assume that's what it is. Because when I'm running on my PS3 is old. This is like one of the first Slims that released. And let's see, I had a brain fart. And ever since I upgraded to the SSD, I don't have issues where it shuts down on its own or the disk drive doesn't work. Like for some reason, when I played on my PS3 Slim, it wouldn't want to read the disk. It was very strange. And now ever since I upgraded I did the thermal repaste and I changed my hard drive, all of a sudden everything starts working. It's kind of weird. That's my experience. But yeah, I have actually a lot of saved data on my PS3, my other PS3 Slim. I'm hoping I can transfer everything over because, man, that would be great if I could do that. It's a lot of game save states I'd like to copy over. It'd be amazing. Let's see, I'm gonna look at some stuff here. Rescan this Amiga. See if this works. Let's see. I guess we can't watch YouTube on Vita, right? Yeah, I haven't looked into the net stream yet. I didn't dive into that as much. Hopefully I can find new links to that, but so far, no, I don't think so. And Netflix got disabled too, which sucks. Cheers, says JTB. I will try the SSD suggestion. You said maybe that will fix it. Yeah, I think that will definitely fix your problem. I've never had a stuttering issue ever since I brought my PS3 back to life. And it's highly recommended to move out of that hard drive, that old school storage, and get yourself a SSD. It just makes more sense to do that. And then I tried to do a 2 terabyte with it, but I can't. And because I guess the PS3 is not compatible with a 2 terabyte SSD, which kind of sucks. Oops. I have like 2 controllers here. Oops. Yeah, and then this happens too, where my Vita just starts acting funny all of a sudden. Yeah, you see that? Let's see if I could go in here. Yep. So then I'll have to just restart my console. Desmond says Hexflow or Retroflow, which one is better? Retroflow is better. Hexflow, you have to like set up the folders a certain way and move your ROMs into that folder for Hexflow to work. Retroflow, you can select each category to a specific folder. Hexflow, I could not find that option for some damn reason. It's driving me crazy. Oh, you got the 2500 deal. Okay, so you have a... Interesting. Yeah, that's not a good console to have. That one you'll have to do, according to this website that I'm going to use for my PS3 jailbreak video, is still in the works. Hopefully I'll get it done this weekend and have it available for you guys next week to start off February strong. But yeah, that console, unfortunately, you'll have to do the BG toolset and the minimum version check to see if it's compatible. Let's see here, which is not a big deal, right? And then you'll also have to check the date. If the manufacture date is back bottom is before April 2011 or the date code contains 901A, then the console is guaranteed to be compatible. The manufacturing date doesn't need to be checked on the 2000 or 2100s as every single one will be made before 2011 anyway. So yeah. Let's go back. There's like a couple of methods here. If there's a red X symbol, you'll need to use PS3 hen. Okay, let's see if your console is currently firmware. Yeah, you have to do a self-hosting, the exploit, loading site, installing the hybrid firmware. I was so dumb. When I first did this, I did the hybrid firmware, and I realized I didn't need that. Dumping NAND nor flash. Like the PS3 jailbreaking it's kind of like, it's a little bit overwhelming, but it's not that complicated once you do it. Uh-oh. Okay. Man, I grabbed the wrong controller. I almost logged into my PS3 without disabling syscalls. Hello, Cycloid. I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, changing the drive will actually help. Thanks. Yep, you're welcome. I have a fat lady one with PS1 compatibility. Nice. Very nice. Well, how is your thermals on that thing? If you don't mind me asking. Max, yeah, the 25 is a huge gamble for custom firmware, but hen is still an option. Yeah. 2500 is like, that's not one you want, because it's like, it's kind of in the middle. Yeah. Does anybody have a PS3 they want to send me so I can do the PS3 hen guide? I'd love to do it, and I'll get your console set up. If anyone has a PS3 hen or a PS3 Super Slim, I'd love to have the opportunity to make a guide. And in exchange, I'll have your system set up jailbroken, and we can get on a Discord call and kind of walk you through what to do and how to use it and things like that. That would be great. But yeah, unfortunately mine is not working. Someone mentioned on the last stream that it's the CPU's toast. I refuse to accept that. I'm gonna try to tear it apart and see what I can find underneath the hood. Nipser recently updated from Rebug 4.85. Nice. My PS3 is custom firmware to EvilNet 4.90. Okay. How long does it take? To jailbreak your PS3? No more than like 20 minutes if you follow all the steps carefully. But since there's so much to talk about, like you can't just simply start jailbreaking your PS3. There's a couple of things you need to know before you start jailbreaking. Like you have to know what model you have. Some people don't even realize they got a Super Slim or a Slim. They just say I got a PS3, and they didn't realize there's different generations, which I find kind of funny. And then on top of that, you'll have to figure out, depending on which model you have to figure out what the minimum firmware is, right? You have to figure out what kind of firmware you got going on. Like all fat models can install custom firmware. You don't have to check anything. You could just install the custom firmware like any other firmware. You don't have to do all this checking because they're all exploitable. I don't know if that's a word. Let's see, if your console is running on 3.56 or later, you'll need to use a method of patching your console for the ability to install custom firmware updates. So yeah, that's very easy to do. You just go through the internet hosted website, do the patch, back up your whatever, your deal, and then you're good to go. PS3 Slim, same thing. I check everything just in case. And I show people in the new video how to check everything. And then the 3000 models are impossible. The latest releases of the PS3 Slim, the 3000 models are can't do anything with those, along with the Super Slims. I actually can I show you guys? Oh, here we go. Let's see if I can. There we go. So this is a great website. I'll be using this for the jailbreak method. They have a lot of great information on here for every single console. Any questions you have or troubleshooting, guides, all of that information's all on here. But it's so worth it to get your PS3 up and running, because it's such a powerful console. That's great. Let's see. I want to check a couple things on here. Got a couple games installed. I've never seen this game before. I'm gonna run this game and see how this goes. But I want to thank everyone for being here. Thank you all so much. I truly do appreciate you guys being here. It means a lot. And I'm just excited to see where this channel will go now that I'm going to be putting in a lot more work into it and massaging it every single day. I'm updating like all of my thumbnails now. I am improving on my descriptions, my titles, trying to be a little bit more catchy and more original to my own ideas, and not try to copy. Not that I was copying, but sometimes I put too much into the title, which is not necessary. So I'll just try to stay original with the titles and just kind of go away from putting too much information. It's okay-ish, but hella loud. Yeah, I would like to send you my fat lady, but unfortunately I'm in Germany. That would be awesome if you could send it. I mean, if you want to pay for the shipping and get the box all done, I would love to work on your console, and I would ship it right back to you once it's done and get it all set up for you. Man, this looks fun. I love fighting games, but I suck at them. Don't judge me, guys. Okay? I gotta feel like a winner. So this is a PS2 game. I've never played this before, and I really want to give it a shot. See how... Wow, look at this. So you got Street Fighter 2. Then you got Street Fighter 3 characters. Then you got Darkstalkers. Right? Then you got Red Earth. Interesting. I'm gonna be Leomon. right there. Then you got Street Fighter Alpha. Got Guy. Rose. I'm gonna go with this guy. Then my second character, I gotta get Felicia. I gotta do it. I still love playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Yeah, it's an awesome game. Damn, look at this. This looks sick. Dude, I suck at fighting games. I don't even know what to press, you know? I'm just pressing and hoping to land a combo. Look at that. I can't beat this guy. Leomon seems like he's too much, man. Give me like a Ryu. This guy's too tanky. How do I change characters? I'm so bad. Maybe it's the style of this game. I'm not that bad. Give me Street Fighter, I'll show you some combos there. Oh damn. Alright. Yeah, I'm terrible at this. Damn. So how does this work? Can't wait to replay the live stream. Yeah, thanks man, appreciate you. Here we go. Damn, Dimitri's turned me up. Oh man, this is not good. There we go. Damn. Oh, come on. Oh, let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Level 1 hype. Let's go. Damn. All right. I can play with Felicia. Don't give me Leomon again. Oh, man. This is like a low tier character. Oh, we might just get the win here, guys. Keep the pressure on him. Just hard to move this guy. Here we go. Bam! Let's see. Any questions? I had a PS3, but it broke down. Is it worth picking one up and jailbreaking it? Yes, dude. Yes. Get yourself a PS3. You can play so many games on here. And the PS3 and PS2 collection is one of the best. If you like the retro games like that. Let's see if I have. You guys have any other questions? What games do you play on the Vita? I really don't play on the Vita as much. I just don't have time. I truly don't have time. It just gets so. It gets overwhelming when you're, I go to church daily, which is about an hour and a half. Then I work on content. Working on content is in the last month here. I've been putting in a lot of hours to get up to speed again and to just re-edit my videos and just finding better ways to do everything right. So I just honestly don't have time. It's extremely exhausting. And I've been playing on my PS3 a lot more actually. I've been playing a lot of Lego Lord of the Rings. I wonder if I have more games to install here. Let's see. I don't know what's going on here. Let's see. I'm gonna make sure that the kiddos are okay. I think my wife went to go pick up the one of my other kids. Oh no, I made a mistake, didn't I? I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. I'll be right back, guys. Just give me 1 second. Let's see. Before I go, I'll answer one more question. Okay, I'll be back, guys. All right. And another reason why I don't play on my PS Vita is that the analog is not working as much. So I got a little bit of a drift. Kind of makes it difficult to play. And just gets annoying. Let's see if this would work. But thank you all for being here. Thank you so much. I will be announcing the giveaway here soon. And I'd like to give something away on this stream. Let's see. Max says, I've gotten into watching movies and shows through the PS3 using Movie On. Only problem is all content needs to be in 1080p, 30 frames, 1080p, 24 frames. Will crash the system. Oh, that sucks. Daisy says, Falls, so send it in and you'll mod it. What kind, Daisy Falls, what kind of PS3 do you have? Angelo says, I haven't turned on my Vita in about 4 months. Is there anything major I need to look at updating? If you haven't done your PSM runtime update, or you haven't installed VitaDB, there's kind of a problem there. But other than that, there's a few ports out. Nothing too, I wouldn't say, I don't know. There's nothing like too crazy, out there, but there are some stuff worth, looking into and updating your console, stuff like that. Marcus says, if you only had one game system to play, which one would you play? And can I jailbreak it and like have all the stuff on there, or am I just stuck with that one console? Saint Turtle says, not a question about games, but how do you deal with anxiety and overthinking about the future? Oh, that is a great question. I was diagnosed with anxiety disorder, and unfortunately, a lot of stuff happened when I was a kid that I had no control over. A lot of things that I wish never happened, but I think if it didn't happen, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. I actually was I had a panic attack a couple weeks, I think it was about a week ago or two. I had a panic attack at church, at my church service. And I was just overthinking a lot of stuff. I was having a lot of bad thoughts. And I just felt like that's not a Christian way to think, And would God forgive me? And why do I have these bad thoughts? Am I going to go to hell? What am I going to do? I don't have a job. I don't have money. Will my YouTube thing work? Am I going to get out of this hole that I'm in right now? Will my family ever talk to me again? Am I a good father? Am I a good husband? How do I get rid of this attitude that I have, this anger that I have? What does the future look like? Where am I going to be next year? Where am I going to be in 5 years? I'm almost 34. When is Jesus going to come? Is he going to come tomorrow? Am I ready? If he comes tomorrow, am I ready? Am I going to go to heaven? Am I going to be one of his chosen? Did I do enough in my lifetime? Is all the addiction that I had in like the last 10 years, will it really take me out of being in place there with the rest of the good? A lot of stuff, right? I think I overthink things too much, and that's my problem. Like I recognize the issue that I have, and I overthink stuff that I cannot control, and I get mad at stuff that I cannot control. And the best way for me to handle things is to, honestly, for me, as someone that grew up in a Christian home, and somewhat of a Christian home, Christian background and morals and all that stuff, 4 months ago, I'll tell this story real quick. 4 months ago, I was not doing so well. I was having a lot of bad thoughts. I wasn't living to my full expectation. I was doing drugs, well, just smoking weed, but that's still a drug, right? It's still taking you away from who you are. So it's a drug, in my opinion. It's not to mellow you out. It's not to get you away from the, well, it is a way to get you away from the world, but it makes you different. So in my opinion, that's a drug. And I, unfortunately, I was having thoughts of like seeing someone else, and I wasn't around my kids as much, and I wanted to delete the YouTube channel. I wanted to, just kind of give in to the worldly views and all that stuff, and just kind of leave my life behind. But one day I smoked, and I thought I was going to die. I had so much anxiety. I felt like my head was going to explode. I felt like I was going to go into a coma and never wake up. I was thinking about what would happen if I had a brain aneurysm. If like I died right now, I know for a fact that God will not take me. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I believe that there's a spiritual battle, going on right now. And things that are happening in the world is just things that have already been written, and they're just coming to fruition, right? So I respect everyone's background. I respect everyone's mentality. Everyone has their own thinking. But since you asked me, this is what helps me. So 4 months ago, I reached out to a brother of mine in church that I could depend on, and he really helped me to get through it. And he told me, hey, you need to come back to church. You haven't returned in a couple years. And I've been kind of dabbing in and out of it, but I wasn't fully committed because I guess I just wasn't ready to take up the cross, as they would say, to kind of give up your lifestyle to live in how Jesus would want you to live. And I gotta say, guys, the last 4 months, I just completed on the January 21st. I completed 4 months of being off of an addiction. I can't really talk to you about that addiction because it's kind of embarrassing, but I was addicted to something for like 15 plus years. Very embarrassing stuff, and this is the longest that I've ever been off of it. And I feel great. I feel healthy. I feel like I can make content again. I feel like my anxiety went from like 1,000 to like now to 100%, but I still have to deal with a lot of different things. And prayer and reading the Bible for me has helped. Understanding the word has helped me a lot. And if you download an app called the Bible, there's these different plans that you can go through. Plans that you can, read the Bible, read it. You can make plans and read it every single day. Like, for example, I'm doing one that's called Anger, and I'm on my last day here, which is nice. And just things, I'm not as angry as I used to be, but it's a topic that I'd like to keep working on, because I know that's what gets me, to get me out of who I am. And I guess just the frustration is built up with a lot of the bullshit that I dealt with as a kid, with my family, and you kind of question why things don't go the way you want them to go. So for me, that's helped a lot, especially praying. That has helped me tremendously. I try to go to church every day, and that has helped me a lot. My brothers from church welcome me with opening arms, and it's incredible to see how they really received me, because that really helped me as well to kind of, and I didn't care about that. At the end of the day, I went for God, and I went for myself. I went there to pray to God and to thank him for everything that he's given me. I haven't even asked yet what I really need from him, but so far I've been trying to slowly show God that I'm really trying to stay committed to what I need to do, you know, as far as like a husband, father, and a man in this world, and what I need to do to like help people. So yeah, I understand where you're coming from, because anxiety is a, excuse my language, but it's a son of a bitch. Like there's days where I kind of second guess myself, like, am I doing okay? And then I have a panic attack. Like just 2 weeks ago, I had a panic attack in the middle of church service, and I was literally sitting there like holding my chest and hoping that I wouldn't pass out, because I was just overthinking too much. And let me show you guys something. Now, before I show you this, I'm going to answer some questions, and I hope I don't mislead you guys with what I'm talking about. You know, that's just my background. I keep that personal, but several years ago, a year ago or so, I did a stream and someone really needed help, and I talked to them about this just as I am talking to you, and they really appreciated it. And they said that that helped them a lot to kind of get over some of the things that they were going through, which is great. Like anything I can talk to you guys about that I've been through and maybe help your situation out somehow, because I've been through a lot. And let me tell you, I've been through stuff as a kid that no kid should ever go through. And I'll just leave it at that. So I kind of know, I can look at the very dark side of things and then look at the brighter side of things. So that whole spectrum, I'm very familiar with it all, which is kind of sad, but oh well. To be honest, you could buy, Living the Dream says, you could buy a DS4 and a phone clip and play with the controller. Nice. I just modded my Vita about a month ago. I'm new, still can't get certain ports to work. Yeah, you will have to make sure that you have the certain data files in the right place, and having the right plugins installed. If you don't have those installed properly, then you can have a lot of issues, which kind of sucks. This thing is still scanning games, dude. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that. That's ridiculous. Anything you guys want me to go through here on the PS Vita? My PS3 is still installing this game. It's going to take some time. Let's see. Marcus says, jailbreak it. He says, GOAT system. Living the Dream says, BC PS3 has native access to PS1, PS2, and PS3. Nice. GOAT system. Says, dang bro, you look good for your age. Thanks. I appreciate that. Marcus says, give it all to God. Yep, God is most happy with this one. We're most dependent on him. Yes, absolutely. Right now, guys, I don't have a job. I'm working a part-time job, you know, like just, I think this is like the only week I'm going to work, and then I'm on my own again. And that's going to be enough just to pay the rent. And after that, I'm not going to have anything left. Like but I feel happy and grateful for where I'm at today. So I'm not like stressed about it, because I know if I pray to God and he's the creator of all things, and I have my full faith in God, that I'm not worried. I'm not worried about it, anything. It even says in the Bible, don't worry about tomorrow, because the worries of today is enough. And just give it all your worries to God, right? I just subbed, bro. You're awesome and great for the community. Keep growing and doing your best. My 8-year-old son got me to watch you and asked if I can learn how he can set my PS3. Oh, thanks, man. That's awesome, man. It's yellow. Yeah, for sure, man. I have my PS3 right now, but it's installing a game. It's kind of obnoxious. But I will be coming out with the PS3 jailbreak video next week. And yeah, it's going to be a bit of a long video, but there's a lot of information to really give out when it comes to the PS3 jailbreak, because it's not just like picking up your console and jailbreaking it. You have to You have to really know what you're doing, or you'll mess up your system completely. He says, bro, just the self-awareness that you have and the desire to be. Thanks, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's been me and my wife have been together for 9 years so far, and I felt like I haven't done anything to like really grow. I've been stuck on my selfish ways of like gaming, not building a good relationship with her. And God bless her heart, because she still loves me. She still respects me. She still deals with my BS. And I think we're a lot happier today than we ever have been before, because I made the changes for the family of like going to church on a consistent basis, praying to God now. My girls now want to learn about God. They want to know who this thing is that I'm praying to. We pray together every night, so that's a beautiful blessing that I had never had before. So it's good, just one step at a time. I feel like just going one step at a time, and I know things we'll get back into the way they should have been if I would have done this in the beginning, honestly. Finding a small discipleship group helps me with accountability. Sin doesn't define you, it's God's grace that does. Yeah, that's amen to that. Yeah. And it's also good to recognize like what you're doing, and making sure that you don't kind of go back into your ways, because that happens a lot. That happens to me a lot. Throughout the years, but now I feel like I can't let things go now. I feel like I feel bad when I do something that I shouldn't be doing, right? Like if I say a bad word, or if I raise my voice a little bit with my wife or with the kids. If I'm a little too stressed out about work or something, I kind of catch myself and I apologize right there. I try to be like, oh man, I'm sorry. I'm trying to, that's not me. It's just that lingering attitude of mine, I guess. How do I switch my DS to Vita while keeping all my data? Javier Rodriguez says. Are you changing to are you upgrading to another storage, or what do you mean? Robles. Last week I had a bad reaction to a pizza and had felt anxious. Thank God I felt better. Oh, damn. Yeah, make sure you're getting the good pizza. Don't get that Little Caesars pizza, man. Living the dream. My unemployed brother. Been looking for work and it's hard out here, but I know it will work out. Thanks. Yeah, it's tough right now. I applied to several jobs, but I haven't gotten a response. But who knows? Maybe my destiny is to do this, to do PS Vita stuff. I don't know. But yeah. His PS5 broke down, so I dug up my PS3 Super Slim. So you got a Super Slim. Okay, so I just installed PS3 Hen. I have Webman and Multiman installed also. What should be my next step? I think that's it. I think for PS3 Hen, you can't really do much after that. I think it's extremely limited, unfortunately, because it's only a Homebrew enabler. You don't have the full... You don't have like the full ride of a custom firmware, so you'll have to. You got like a demo going on right now, which is fine because that's good. I think what you got installed is more than enough to enjoy your PS3. But obviously, having the full custom firmware, you can get a lot more going. So if you can get your hands on one and then upgrade your thermal paste and upgrade to an SSD, then you'll be rocking some really good stuff there. Let's see. Jesse says, what are your hopes for PSP2? What would be your ideal console for it? Really hope it's small form factor and not like a Steam Deck. So I'm hoping that it's a little bit bigger than the Vita. Right now I have, let's see here. I'm hoping that it's somewhat beefy. I don't want it to be like crazy big like a Steam Deck. I'm hoping that it's like a medium sized. well, a lot bigger than the Vita, a lot smaller, a lot bigger than the Vita, a little bit smaller than the Switch, and I feel like that would be the perfect size for me personally. And for the PSP2, man, honestly, I would love for them to open a library of like having retro games. Like, what I would love to see Sony do is this: if they release the PSP2, they're like, and with this release, we're gonna open a brand new store for this console, and you can buy all of your retro PSP games at a low cost, PS1 games, PS2 games, and PS3 games. I think we have the technology now to play all of that on a hell. If I could play PS3 games on a Steam Deck, you should be on an emulator, emulator. They should be able to kind of manipulate that or find some kind of way to get it all to fit in there. And then running on M.2, and then yeah, have a way to dock it to your TV, and have a separate controller to play it if you wanted to play those games on a TV, and then upscale it, and using micro SD cards as storage, and USB Type-C charge, super fast charge. I just don't see why Sony can't do that, man. It just drives me insane that they have not. I just don't. I don't know what the hell's going on in Sony, but I feel like they just lost their passion. I feel like they're just out for money now. The PS5 Pro is a joke. The PS5 anniversary bundle was a joke. The PS5 itself is a joke. Man, I have so much opinion on that stuff. A strong opinion. And I want Sony to succeed, but like, man, they're idiots. All that money, and they're still that stupid, I guess. I guess money can't fix stupid, unfortunately. Also, is it safe to sign on to PSN account should I install Apollo? Yeah, you got to be careful, and you got to make sure you disable your syscalls before you sign in to your PS3. Hey man, try reading Hung by the Tongue, and As a Man Thinketh. Might help your thought on your marriage. Certainly helped me. Thanks. Yeah, we just recently had a romantic dinner this past Sunday, which the church held. And the pastor of our church, he's been very vocal and very attentive to the marriages, and trying to make sure that we're happy and that we're not making mistakes of like this past Sunday we were talking about adultery, and how, you know, people can get led into situations that should not get yourself in, and try to very, very simple stuff. Like, I think it's very obvious what you should not be doing. It's just very, very, very simple and straight to the point stuff. Living the Dream says, I know, much love. Thanks, Mr. Squirrel Chan. I love that name, by the way. I don't know how you guys come up with these usernames. I just put my last name, but you guys have like the Squirrel, Jello. Yeah, I don't know. I know the things that will change with the job market. Just need to hold firm and go with the flow. Yeah, but I'm just gonna try to not stress out about it. Apply to jobs that I feel like I could do well in, and just keep creating content. That's about it. Hey, you're welcome, man. It's Jello. A PS3 hand is basically just good for PS3 backups. Yeah. Better off with PSC emulation. Yup. Honestly, full backwards compat on a PSP2 would be sick, but I'm so spoiled from my Steam Deck, I don't know if I will be interested. I think you'd still buy it. If you're a fan of like Sony PlayStation, and the PSP and the PS Vita, I think you'll buy it. I wasn't a big fan of the Portal, even though a lot of dads out there found it very useful. I don't know. I hated that thing so much because that was supposed to be the PSP2. Instead, we got some half-ass, half-ass machine. Not even. It's a quarter-ass machine. Sony legit is obsessed with multi-million-dollar movie games. Yeah, I don't know. They're wasting their time with Craven and Venom. Those Venom movies are terrible. I think that guy who signed up to, what's the main character's name? The Eddie Brock, the guy who plays it. I think he made a mistake doing that movie. I don't think he did well. I found him very annoying in those movies, and the whole like Venom being funny was so annoying. I just can't. I hated that so much. And then a lot of people like those movies. Like, they're terrible. The jokes are terrible. There's nothing funny about it. Carnage was terrible. That movie was so bad. I don't know why I was wasting my time watching that movie. Let's see. I bought a Vita and hacked it because of what you've done. Thanks. Appreciate that, Marcus. Welcome to the community. Javier says, I'm trying to upgrade to a bigger storage on my Vita while keeping all my data. How do I go about that? Well, I'm going to release a new video talking about all of that, and it should be out next week. I'll be working on that project this weekend, and yeah, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Saint Tur said, I heard GTA 6 will be 100. That is diabolical. I'm not surprised it's going to be 150, to be honest with you. People are ready to buy that game right now. They'll pay $300 if it was on sale today, right now. Yes, people would buy at $300. Nice to hear you're Christian too, says Jesse. I just started attending church in the first Sunday. Hey, congratulations. That's awesome, man. You keep going and don't stop. That's amazing. And more power to you. This name was when I had a huge love for squirrels in 2006 high school. So you loved squirrels, huh? You're just sitting there looking up in the trees and just looking at the squirrels. You know what drives me insane is when I'm trying to like walk and I just see a squirrel just sitting there on a branch, and it's literally like screeching. What the hell is it doing? Like, it's like and then I'm looking at it. I'm like, what are you doing? Is it mating season or what's going on? Do you have a Vita TV? I don't. I wish I could get my hands on one. That would be great. If anyone has one that wants to donate to my channel, please. As the saying goes, you have more years behind you than ahead of you. So don't stress on the small things and live the best. Yeah, that's what my wife told me. She said, God doesn't care about what you did. He wants to know. He cares about what you're doing today and what you're doing to change what you did. You know. So she really helped me out a lot to overcome that, because it was driving me nuts. Like the last month, I felt so guilty for not being a good dad and not being there for God and kind of blaspheming the Holy Spirit that I have, and not preaching the way that I should be preaching, or talking to people about God when I should have, attending church services, working in the church, taking my prayers more seriously, understanding, actually reading the Bible. Like, I never read the Bible for what it is today until today. Like today I can read a verse and understand exactly what it means. And I feel good about that, you know. Feel very, very confident in reading the Bible now, more than ever. And I don't get scared. I'm just like, that makes sense. Jesse says, my PSP only has stick drift in specific games. Do you know why that would be? It's like the sensitivity is different. Any software fix to adjust that? Yeah, that is a good question. There are ways to reset your joystick through like the settings. It's like kind of a secret hidden setting that I'll probably make another video on. As far as the PS Vita goes, this thing does have stick drift. it's pretty bad. So I try to use a PS4 controller to control it. But even then, when I'm like playing games, I still have the drift, which is kind of sad, I guess. I don't know. This is a pretty interesting game. This one just got released not too long ago. But here's what I wanted to show you guys. So I went to the doctor and I told them about like how my brain feels like Swiss cheese and I have bad thoughts and I feel like something's talking to me. They got really worried. They're like, this guy's schizophrenic. He's crazy. You need to go see therapy. You got to take some meds. And, you know, I got this right here. So I have one for panic attacks and one hydrozine. Oh no, that's the panic attack one. This one is the escitalopram. I don't know, it just makes you mellow, I guess. But I'm so scared to take this crap. I don't trust medication. And I'd rather go by prayer than to take this stuff. Because I know I'm strong, you know. I know I got it in me. It's just been so many years of heavy bullshit with family. I think a lot of it comes from family because I tried to build relationships with family and I always get backstabbed or I get I think that affected me a lot throughout the years where, you know, I just didn't even want to be seen by my mother or father or even it's hard. It's extremely hard. So I'll tell you guys this one last story before I start playing this game, which kind of, this is where my anxiety comes from. This is where my anger comes from. This is where a lot of depression, mostly depression, comes from. So when you're in a tight spot and you ask your mother and father for help and they don't respond to you and they say, hey, we're busy right now, we can't do that. Basically being very passive aggressive through a video while they're in another country saying, look, basically they say, look, we're not going to help you because we're busy right now. And then I apologized to them. I was like, sorry I came out like that. I know I got to do things better. And I'm sorry that I didn't even ask how you were doing. I just kind of asked, hey, I need your help. I have no money and, you know, rent is around the corner. And then I see them post stuff on TikTok and I still get no response to my messages. And that goes with a lot of my siblings too did that. They kind of just, and I sit back, guys. I sit back and I reflect. Am I an asshole? Am I a jerk? What did I do wrong? I apologize to them. I recognize my faults. What is it? What is it that they don't love me? You know, why don't they want me around? Why is it when I'm around, it's kind of like half? I'm not getting the full thing. I'm just getting half. So that's what I dealt with a lot throughout the years. It's kind of sad, but that's just my reality. And it's sad that, you know, that my kids have grandparents and they don't even bother to come by to say hello or and you can tell their favorites because like one of their, I'm not going to say who, but I have a sibling that has more attention from my parents than I would ever even imagine having, you know, and that's okay. Like today, I feel very happy and grateful of what I got. I got a chance to live life with them. Oh man, I think my controller died. I lived a good life, you know. I live a good life because a lot of kids out there suffer. They don't have parents. They never got a chance to live a good life. Even though I went through hell as a kid, I still think I'm still grateful for everything. You know, I'm grateful for everything I have and everything I've been through because then it wouldn't make me who I am today. You know, and I don't think anything would really affect me the way it should because I've kind of been through it all almost. yeah, it's crazy. Like I wanted to make a video to kind of talk about what I went through as a child, which is pretty intense. Maybe one day I'll talk about that, just so I can just kind of let it go, and maybe possibly help people that went through that kind of abuse, uh, and figure out a way to kind of get past it. Because I think about it a lot. And it's not that I think about it a lot, it's just those images are still kind of burnt and seared into my brain. And I'm just trying to kind of soothe that a little bit and just kind of forgive that person that did that thing to me, and just kind of move on from that. This game is pretty fun. I like this. It's pretty cool. Well, hello, Skip. I'll give you a map if you bring me an acorn. Oh, damn. I destroyed them all, didn't I? And I'm not complaining or anything. I just kind of question a lot of like why things went the way they did. And my wife gets really pissed when I talk to her about it. She gets so mad. And I tell her not to worry so much. So yeah, right now I'm just kind of on my own. And it's fine. Like I feel like I'm more than capable of being on my own and just figuring it out and not be a baby. But the only reason I reached out to them was because I was really in a really bad spot. Like it was kind of scary, being in a spot like that and having kids. You really don't want to be in that spot. Okay. Hi Skip, I'm the snail. I'm Sam. I seem to have lost my shell. Okay, so I gotta find this guy's shell. Let's see. I would be cautious about the pills too. My dad got antidepressants and they seem to have made his depression worse. Yeah, I feel like it would make my situation worse. So I feel great. Like I don't think I need them. I just need to pray and read the Bible. That's my therapy, and that's all I need. That's great. And I talk to my wife a lot. We talk about things that I did wrong or what I think I can do to improve, or the behavior of others and how we can do better to react in situations like that. Of like someone did do us dirty again, put us under the bus again, how we would react better. And just kind of be around people that wants us to be around. I have a lot of great brothers from church that really, truly love us for who we are. And they don't judge us and they don't do none of that other crap. And they don't hold anything against us like my family does. I only wish them the best. And it's unfortunate because I probably wouldn't be interested in having a relationship with them again, because I'm kind of growing numb now to all of that, which is good because that's what I need. But yeah, I could talk about this stuff all day long. Like, guys, I've been through a lot. Stuff that is like, what? And I'm over here making PSP videos or PS Vita. Whoa, look at this. It's a freaking... Oh, he's trying to kill me. Those things are creepy, man. These like gnomes. That's like the creepiest thing the white man has ever created. Mythological creatures. Kicking the hell out of this bug here. Let's see. Okay, I already answered that question. All right, so now that my PS3 is up and running, I'd like to go back on it. Let's see. Oh, I'm on escitalopram. It's useful to get your mind on track when you've been struggling for a while after stuff happen. But they aren't helpful to everyone and have annoying... Yeah, I saw the side effects. Like, damn, I don't know if it's worth... taking a pill to calm you down. I'd rather just go run. Or lift weights or hit the bag. I love Muay Thai, and I started doing that a year ago. and I love it. I love kicking the bag. I love kicking the hell out of that bag. And I miss doing that. I can't afford it. That's why I haven't done it in a while. I'm gonna try this game. This is a trial. Trash. I'm currently getting off of them. Good. That's good. Yeah, I feel, I don't want to say something bad about like people taking medication or people going through stuff. Now that I'm a little bit more clear minded, I feel like a lot of times depression is a luxury. And sometimes you just got to get off your ass and just do what you got to do. And not think about it and not let it get to you. You got to build a tolerance, resilience to stuff like that so it doesn't affect you. And I feel like a lot of times it's all in your mind. And when stuff happens to you, I feel like people start to Swiss cheese your brain. And what you have to do is replace those holes quickly, or if someone does something to you, your mind is not as easy as cheese, where they can start cutting stuff out and just build a tolerance for a lot of stuff. Now that I go out in the world and I see stuff, people cut me off. I used to lose my shit. Excuse my language, but I used to cuss. I used to chase people down. I had bad temper. Like I would try to find these people who cut me off and get out the car and like, what the hell's wrong with you? Like I had a bad temper. Like I grew up in the ghetto. I feel like that's still in me. Unfortunately, that mother cuss somebody out. Like, what you doing? And luckily, I don't do that. I just kind of I just move to the side, let this guy go, and just be done with it. And it's just like, you know what? That person is not worth losing this. Is that person that's insignificant as I am before God, is that more important, or is my mind more important? Am I going to let this guy win? Like I would be like, I'm not going to let this guy win. But now I'm just like, I'm just going to move to the side and let this guy just go, right? Sometimes I can't do anything because I'm stuck in traffic. I can't move fast. I hate driving. Driving is so damn stressful, especially when you have kids. Damn, this game looks good. Damn, this looks good. How do I change the Can I change the Oh, you gotta give it to me at the Yeah, I just feel like, and when I say depression is a luxury, because I have a lot of privileges, and I feel like throughout the years I complained way too much when I shouldn't have. Like I used to lose my mind. If I dropped something, I would go crazy. Now I'm just like, I'm just gonna pick it up, take a couple steps back, don't get mad, and just pick it up and put it here. This thing has no soul. It's just the earbud case. I'm not gonna lose my mind. I'm not gonna lose my cool. I'm just gonna put it right here, and I have the power. I have the power. I got the strength to make whatever I want to make and do what I need to do. It's kind of now my mentality. Dude, this game sucks. I'm gonna show you this game real quick. Congratulations on... Yes, thank you, Zibian. I think that's how you pronounce it. How do you organize your Vita? I use the bubbles. Let's see if I can show you guys real quick. I just categorize them into different categories. just so I'm not scrolling through everything. That kind of gets tedious, especially when you're making videos like I am. I gotta make sure I'm organized. This is by far one of the worst games I've ever played. And I was so excited to play this game. This is terrible. This is... I'm gonna uninstall this game. I think prayer and exercise work well for fighting depression. Yeah, absolutely. And if you can get into like martial arts or something like that, where you like boxing, I love boxing. Man, when I'm hitting the bag, it feels so good to just hit that bag, you know? Just get that anger out. And just I'd rather hit the bag than cuss someone out, you know? Oh, look, I died. I died. Okay. No worries. Let's try this ladder. Uh-oh. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, and if you're too close, you die. This is like one of the worst games I've ever played, guys. Look. You know what I found funny? Look at that. I lost like 3 lives just trying to get over here. Look at that. What kind of crap is this? How the hell? No, don't sign me in. I wonder if we can go to the original game. Can I go to the original? I don't want this HD crap. Or maybe it's the same thing. It's probably the same thing. Yeah, this is gonna be garbage. Yep, I'm done. And then when something just doesn't go, just run. Something's gonna piss you off, just run. Just get the hell out of there. Move, escape, and just run, right? And then I guess with like having a spouse too gets difficult. Like when you tell them verbally, I need to be alone, and they don't understand, and they still try to get their point across, and you tell them just leave me alone, and they don't get that. That's a problem. That is a big problem too. Like if you have a spouse that doesn't give you your space or your respect when you need it, then that's gonna fail sooner or later. Especially when you're trying to do better for yourself, because the only way you can do better for everyone else is if you start with yourself and then you move on to, you know, to your family, to everyone else. That's my thinking. That's what I think is right. When I was younger, I used to be really angry and lash out. Yeah. I held a lot of stuff in as a kid. I let a lot of stuff happen and slide. And I think that's why I'm so pissed off all the time now. Ever since I hit like 19 or 20, I was just on a angry all the time. Lexapro unfortunately killed my motivation. Soon as I started feeling calm all the time, it was time to get off of it. Yeah, that sounds pretty bad. I think prayer... Okay, yeah, I already said that. It's worth it only if you have no other option. I was stuck in my room dealing with a super painful stomach condition, so I made sense. Oh, okay. Pepto-Bismol, man. No, I'm just kidding. I shouldn't joke like that. Random, do you own any other newer handhelds like the ROG Ally? I really want to get into newer stuff, but I just don't have the income to do that. So I'll have to just be patient. And when the time comes, I will dive into that stuff. Let's see. I think they overprescribed as someone who knows a good amount about mental health. Yeah. Yeah, mental health is extremely important, and I think throughout the years it's just been kind of not talked about as much. And I think what drives me nuts with mental health, especially with like guys, is like a lot of guys try to like be like, yeah, I'm okay. It's like, no, you're not, bro. You're dying inside, and I could see that. Like I have a, I shouldn't say, but I have a sibling that's really macho, and I personally think that that person is mentally weak because of how small things can affect their way of thinking and how they approach things, and how I got cussed the hell out for no reason, and how the relationship just ended because of because I mistakenly said something that I shouldn't have, and throughout the years, all the things that we built together just went out in the trash because of stuff like that. This game looks really good. I really like the way this game looks. Create a blue portal. Oh, that's cool. So let's go here. Oh, that is. See, this game is pretty sick. I like this. It's so trippy. Nice. And then siblings just kind of give in. Like my family's very dysfunctional. I think we have a lot of like passive aggressive and then too much stoicism sometimes. Like I got a couple of family members that have too much stoicism, or too much like, yeah, I don't need that, or yeah, I think I did enough, you know, I think I did enough, I don't need to do more. Like things need to go my way or else it's just not gonna work. Or too much stoicism kind of seals your cracks, and then you can't get vulnerable as much as you should be. And I think that's a problem with a lot of guys. They don't like to look weak or be vulnerable. But I think being strong in the mind is stronger than any man could ever be. I think, in my opinion. I don't care how much your bench press is. If I have a stronger mental state than you do, then you're weak. You know. Wait. And then a lot of guys try to shrug it off, like, yeah, you know, you gotta not. Yeah, we don't need to do that. You just gotta man up. It's like, nah, dude, you're. Yeah, okay. You ever seen that movie Fury, where Brad Pitt's like talking to the guys, then he like runs over, and then he's like literally having a panic attack. He's like, yeah, you're gonna be that fucking guy. If you don't let it out, yeah, you're gonna be panicking like that guy. Trying to stay calm, and there's nothing wrong with just, you know. Okay. I need to think now. I need to think how the hell this gonna work. Dude, this is trippy. But then again, you don't want to be too vulnerable, you know what I mean? You don't want to get too much where you start thinking funny, where oh, I'm not a man. Like, no, you gotta stop. And you start thinking that you're something else, which you're not. I'm sorry, that drives me crazy. I think that's one take that I just cannot. I will never comprehend that, and I will never understand that. And I think that's where I draw the line. That is illness. I need to respect everyone's, you know, whatever, but I think at this point, now that I'm understanding a lot more, I think you got to call it out for what it is. And that's crazy to think that we have to announce this in front of the world, that there's only two genders, you know. It's kind of crazy, in my opinion. That's kind of crazy. I don't know. Yeah, you don't want to be taking too much where you start acting funny, or get too vulnerable where you're like, okay, can I do this now? It's like, no, because anything of too much is a problem, right? Anything of too much, I think, is like, you have too much hot Cheetos, or too much soda, or too much water. you know, then you got a problem in your hands. Too much of anything is a problem. Okay, so how the hell do I get over here? I don't know what I'm talking about here. But all jokes aside, guys, you know, you just really have to find a way to kind of tangle that beast, you know, and just face it. Just deal with it, and don't be scared to deal with it. That was my problem. I buried my head too much. Damn, I'm really stuck now. Had to cut all medication out because it changed me in that short amount of time, and I was angry all the time. Found peace with yoga and healed. That's great. Yeah, yoga's good. I heard very good things about that, and I'm gonna have to start doing something like that to really not crumble to pieces once I get older. Okay, guys, I am so confused. Let's see, Ren. Oh, I think there are okay. Fasting prayer works and renews your mind, body, and spirit. Yeah, I agree a lot. I agree with that a lot. 100%. I might be slow on this one, guys. You're gonna have to help me. Oh snap! He's like, oh god. Had to. Let's see. Got over game. This is Portal 2. Oh, the game before that was Bug Dumb 2 on the PS Vita. It's a new port that just released, and you can download it without with the extra assets of the games, things like that. You could just download it and start playing right away, which is great. Okay, I thought I did this right. Yeah, because I feel like a lot of medication would really start messing with your brain and start changing who you are. Okay, so I went through this way. Awesome. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, we're there. Let's see here. Yeah, I think a lot of people are like scared to really talk about their faith and like not agree with what the hell is going out there in the world. I stand my ground, man. I stand my ground, and I don't put up with it. I think it's crazy. And yeah, no, I can't. I've been like that for a long time. And I'm just I'm hypocritical. I'm a hypocrite because there's things and that's what I notice is like I choose to not agree with things, but then I do stuff that I shouldn't be doing, and that's where I fall, sinner. Like just I am in the same boat as everyone else, so I try not to be so disrespectful like some other people do. I think there's just miscommunication out there and misunderstanding and all sorts of things that can happen, I believe. Okay, I'm about to quit this game because I'm not going to get frustrated over this, and I'm just going to move on to another game. So guys, I think I'm going to do a giveaway now. We're going to do a giveaway. I'd love to do something for the community here. Thank you all for being part of the stream. I think you shoot the portal to the other side. Oh, okay. The 4:3 aspect ratio is giving me nostalgia. Yeah. Did you go through the process of adding PS3 games earlier in the stream? No, I did not. There is a program that you can go through. and get everything that you need through this program, this app here. I'm not going to show it just to be safe. But let me find something that I'd like to give away. Okay, guys, so for the 55K giveaway, I'm going to explain it today, and I'd like to get your guys' input on it and see if this is a good giveaway. I wanted to give this away here. This is an import game for the PSP, and I got this from a friend of mine. Well, not a friend. He was a seller here locally, and he gave this to me for free. Or I guess he gave it to me super cheap. But anyways, I wanted to kind of give back. And this is, I don't know, this is a nice collector piece. It has the game, it has books and all sorts of stuff in here. I think this is a really cool piece. It looks great for any collection. So I wanted to give this away. So I'll be doing an announcement here very soon and do that. I think this is great. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. But yeah, it's been 2 hours now. I'm gonna have to move on to work on some other projects that I got going on today, and that way I can stay consistent with uploading. But I hope you guys didn't feel a certain way of what I said, you know, or maybe you found what I said helpful, and maybe I can talk about this more in future videos, stuff like that. So. And if you guys want to reach out on Discord, please reach out on Discord. I have a Discord. You guys want to talk or you're going through something, I'm here for you guys, so just let me know and I'll help you as much as I can. Robles, in New Year's you were sick. Did you have the norovirus? I was sick as well. I had some kind of flu that really knocked me on my ass, and it was pretty bad. It was really bad that we were all sick. Me and my whole family was sick with the flu for a long time. And I just got done coughing. I had the cough for like 3-4 weeks. So some of the videos that you hear, some of the videos that I did, you could kind of tell I was struggling to speak, but I still pushed through it. Proud of myself. Like I think the Stream Live TV PS Vita video, that one was a struggle. The fourth tube, that one was a struggle. The retro art guide was a struggle. The comics manga was a struggle. Swordigo was a struggle. The jailbreak guide for the PSP was a struggle. I was coughing up all the time. Yeah, and the PS Vita Relevant. Was it relevant? Is it relevant in 2025? That one was a tough one to do. But yeah. Wow, we made it to 55,127,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. It means a lot to me. You guys are amazing. Sushi said, sad that you don't have more subs. I think you deserve them. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I think I don't deserve it because I wasn't consistent with my content. And I was going through back on all my videos and I just was not uploading the way I should be uploading. But that's all going to change this year with daily content, so I'm excited for that. And please be looking forward to new content. I'm going to be working, actually, I'll give you guys a sneak peek. The video for tomorrow is going to be all about Adrenaline, installing it on the PS Vita. And I think that's going to be a great video to do. And it's going to be a full guide on how to install that and trying to troubleshoot a couple things here and there. So that's going to be exciting. Man, Jello says, keep your head up. Thank you so much. Still giving despite the hardships. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I will definitely, as long as I'm alive, it's a good day. Regardless of financial or losses here and there, I think it's a good day to make things happen, I think. As long as you're alive, because imagine, I believe every single human being is chosen by God to live. Unfortunately, people mistaken what God can do and what God can't do. He gives us the free will, and unfortunately, the world that we live in, we're the ones that create the issues. We're the ones that have those like bad desires in our hearts. That's why there's villains out there. That's why there's the cartel, right? Though those guys exist. That's why, you know, that Lakin lady got killed, because that guy's heart was just corrupt. It's not because God made him do that. It's because he gave into his fleshly desires, you know. And it was his own idea, his own will. He was like, I'm gonna do this, and unfortunately, things like that happen. But just think this: that if you're alive today, it's a blessing, and that you were chosen out of all the little tadpoles, and your life is like so precious, and so when you start really thinking about it, your life is like huge. It's massive. It's like, and then you think of all the people that already died that didn't get to live another day. Man, that makes me grateful. Like, man, I'm still here today. I can still make some content. I can still see my children. I can still give love to my wife. See her every day. Wake up to her. Feel the air. Breathe in the air. Take a drive. Take a walk. You know, go down and see the lake, the water, the clouds. So that's what I am grateful for, is just another day to live. And I think that's what's going to keep me going. And I hope that keeps you all going too, you know, just to stay positive. And just, if you're going through something, just remember that you are alive and that someone else didn't have that opportunity. And today you have a chance to make it happen, you know, especially with, like, I live in the US, and I know there's a lot of countries out there that are struggling financially. But here in this country, you can do whatever the hell you want, and you can make it work. You can be an entrepreneur. You can go out, like me, for instance. Like, I can make content and make this a reality, you know? And it just amazes me that I can do stuff like this. So there it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. There's your motivation for the day, for the week, for the year, for your life. I don't know. But I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for being here. Take care. Love you guys. And yep, you'll be seeing more content here on the channel. I'll see you guys next week on Wednesday, 2 p.m. And we'll catch up on whatever we're going through, talk about it, go through homebrew stuff just like we did today, answer your questions. And remember, I have a Discord, so if you guys want to reach out to me personally, that's there. Yeah, thank you, Sayin, for always being here. Appreciate you a lot. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Take care, and God bless you guys. Now, where is that button? Oh, there it is.